Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now you're going to be wondering what the heck has she got here today. Now, yarn holders. I'll get this one. Now my sister said I got given one of these, I think it was like last year. It was a little bit bigger than this one and I gave it to my sister Sandra because I didn't think I was going to use it. Well, I got this one. I got one because I thought, yeah, I think I need one of these. When I'm using balls of yarn like this, it often falls on my knee. And what these are for, they're yarn holders. And look, they spin around. You're supposed to put your yarn, your ball of wool, your ball of yarn on like that. Now this isn't a very big one. And I pondered looking on Amazon at the different ones of these. Obviously, you've got to take your label off because you can't use it from the inside. I've tried it. It gets tangled around this spindle and you're always pulling it off. So for this type of one, the best thing to use is take your label off and then you'll just pull your yarn. I'll show you that in a minute. But the one thing I want to tell you about the wooden one, the reason I bought a plastic one was this is quite sharp. I'm not going to keep this. I'm going to send this back for the plain and simple reason this wood is so spiky. Not spiky, rough. I could take a piece of sandpaper to it and sand it, but I didn't buy it to do that, if you know what I mean. That was all it would take. But the splinters, I've already had 2 in my fingers and there's splinters kind of on the edge as well. This is not very smooth. I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but you can see the little splinters on this as well. So if you grab this kind of quick, or if a child does, you're going to get you're going to get splinters. Now I did send them a little message and say that the wood is very raw on it and it did give me a couple of splinters in my fingers. So if you want a wooden one of these, then be prepared to have to take a little piece of sandpaper to it and sand it. Maybe all that will come off as it gets used. I don't know if I hold it up. Can you see those little jaggy splinters all just sort of sticking up all around that? Maybe when it gets used they'll rub off. I don't know, but I don't think I want those little splinters in my yarn anyway. So if you're thinking of a wooden spindle like this, this was I think this was $11.99. This one was $11.99. It's not too cheap really, is it? And to have to take a piece of sandpaper to it and give it a sand because there's little jaggy bits on it, and the same on the bottom, there's little jaggy bits. I think it might be, there's maybe better quality ones, I don't know, but on Amazon, just your average wooden one. Now I am open and honest with things. If it isn't going to work, I'm going to tell you about it. If it's kind of like jaggy like that, then be prepared if you do want one of these then to sand. Maybe you're going to have to sand it. But anyway, this one, the thing about this as well is, what I'm going to show you is, if you're using 2 balls of yarn, you can put on this one, you can't really put 2 on. You push that through the middle of your yarn cake and it comes, it's not all that brilliant for yarn cakes. It's better for balls like this. So if you even just squidge it through, I'm going to, it pulls all the inside out, and I thought it might have been quite good to have 2 on. So if you're using 2 balls of yarn, you can have 1 ball down here and 1 ball up there, and it will spin as you use it, but then the bottom one's going to get tangled up. But anyway, right, so this one, I think I'm going to have to build this one a little bit. This comes in bits. I think it's going to be a little bit taller as well. Now this one was $11.99 as well. I'm sure it was. This is coming in all these different little bit, so I hope there's something to hold that on. I'll put that bag to the side. Now this is called the Wool Genie, this one. It's called the Wool Genie. There's a little website you can go on, but I got this on Amazon. This was on Amazon. So it tells you remove the clip. So I take it it's that orange. We'll see how easy this is. Build a yarn build a wool holder for dummies. I'm the dummy. Right, so take the clip off. I've removed the clip. The two-sided disc into the shaft. Right, that's that. Where's that? Let's see how easy this is. Is that going to be that? Is it that? That doesn't fit. Now this is the two-sided clip. Ooh, I don't have. What have I got to use that again? Slide the two discs into the shaft and replace the clip in the groove. Oh, right. So, I have to put... Do I put this on? I'm trying to follow these instructions. Right, that's those two. Alright, so we don't need that, I don't think. Not just now. Your extra spindles for your... If your project uses multicolours, and additional spindles are available on our eBay site. Thanks again, Dave and Sharon. Right, I've got these two pieces. I don't know what these two pieces are for. Remove the clip. Put that on. I've removed the clip. I have to put that back in there. Oops. Push that back in all the way. A little learning curve here. Remove the, put the clip back on. Oh, that's a little bit fiddly. I suppose once you got it built. Oh, right, that. Oh, well. Haha. Right. So what's going to keep that on that? Oh, that's not very level, is it? Is it going to be... Oh, do I need to put that back on then put that clip in? This is so much... I was going to say fun, but it's not really. I can't get it back out. Well, people, let's see if we can get this back off. I'm hoping if I just pull it. I'm going to break my nails. There we go, right. Right, we need to work. Right, that's the cone piece. And then you've got a little flat piece. Like that. And then I think you put the collar on. There we go. Now what? I've got this piece. Oh, there's not a picture of it. Oh, yeah, there we go. That goes on there, obviously. Just get the picture, do it the way the picture is. Now, I think that's going to go underneath there. Just work it out, Alison. Well, that doesn't lock on there. And that doesn't lock on there. Are these going to be loose? Have I got a piece missing? That's not very good, is it? Oh, this is not getting recommended very well, is it? it's not even spinning all that brilliant. I know that's going to go in there. This is push it in, Alison. That's it. Right, that's that part in. That's that part on. That can go up and down, I think. Oh, it's a bit risky, isn't it? Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh, there we go. It's I was going to say it's supposed to be magnetic. I forgot to say that. Is it just going to spin like that? And when you lift it, the bottom comes off. Does that go in that way? Aha! And then that sits in there. But why? What's the point? That's right down. The point of it just... Right, okay, right. Let's put some wool on it. We'll put a ball of yarn on. We'll push that one on. Right through. I'm going to take the label off of this. See if I can slide the label off. I can always put my label back on. Right. So you can either have it free spinning like that, or... Oh! It wriggled. Look at this. Let's shake it about and see what it does. If it falls off, we're giving it a good old shake. Look at that. Whoop. I don't think you're meant to. You're not meant to actually mess around with it as much as I am. So there we go. What you do with this, if you do get one of these, this part goes in through the top. This part goes in here, and that attaches to that. And you put your large flat part, that part on, and the orange collar holds it. You can sit it in there. What does it say on that? The Wool Genie. So you can sit it in there, but it's also magnetic. But why? Just so it's free spinning. Oh, let's just pull the yarn and see what it does. Right, I'm doing my crochet, I'm doing my crochet, I'm doing my crochet, we're pulling it. If you've got a cat, it's going to love this for a toy. It's actually not too bad. My yarn is kind of catching under there. And I do believe, I think it just... I'm going to pull quite a bit out because I don't think it's actually going... Is it going to catch or anything? A magnetic Wool Genie. Look at this. It's kind of caught down in here, but then it does sort of wind itself back off. What do you think of it? What do you think of the magnetic Wool Genie? You can just put it down there and pull it. It's a little... Oh, no you can't, because it's not going to work that way, is it? If you're doing... Oops. See, if you're doing your crochet, it's not going to sit in there. It's not meant to. I think what it's meant to do is dangle. To be really honest, I don't see the purpose of it. Let's see if it will take something a bit heavier. I'll quickly wind that back up. Squish it. Right, so we'll try this. We'll thread this one through it. I'm going to take that label off as well. Do you know, I'm going to add some weight to this because you do get some balls of yarn that can be quite heavy. I'll pop that one on, wriggle it through. They're not all that brilliant with cakes, but I suppose if you just put your fingers in and put it in, we can't discount it just now. So that's got 2 on. That's a sort of decent amount of weight on there. Clip. Now all it is, I'll show you, that is, oops, there's a magnet there. It's quite a strong magnet. I'm not kind of liking it. I think that's to make it spin, but then there's no point when it just falls off. I mean, even it's not brilliant just to pull like that. So obviously it's meant to be there, but then I don't know why they've made this like that. I suppose it doesn't matter if that disappears. I wonder if you've got a cone, you can put a cone of yarn. It doesn't say. Right, it says thread the spindle through the centre of the wool. The wool should not be pressed down onto the disc. Oh, right. So we're not to press it down onto that disc there on that hanging piece. Park the spindle in the base until it's needed. Ah, so you have to sit it there until you need it. That's the way you have to sit it. Lift the spindle slowly to meet the magnet. There we go. Pull enough wool to make a start. Stop the spindle. Pull enough wool to make a start. Stop the spindle spinning. So I have to stop the spindle to spin. It's a little bit, I suppose if you get used to it. When knitting, the length of wool will turn the spindle. Oh, when you're knitting, the length of wool will turn the spindle, but then it spins it too fast. Oh, do you know what it is? Because it's off here, if the yarn goes under, let's pull this. So we're crocheting, crochet, crochet, or we're knitting, knitting, knitting. Ha! It just loops under. Can you see what it's doing? It's just sliding itself underneath there. So it's not going to get wrapped underneath the spindle if it was on something like this. It won't wrap itself around. Now that's cool. I could get used to this. I think the kids would be well playing with this. The wool clings to the ball and stops the spin. Well, it has. You should not feel any drag while working. Lower the spindle into the base when finished. So you have to lower it down there when you're finished. And you have to hook it up there. Now, if I've got, I can get that one loose. So let's pretend we're using 2 strands of yarn. See what it does with 2. So I'm using my light grey. The thing is though, you can't really, it says that you can put more than one on. I think what you need to do, if you want to use, there's what the way it sits. And you put it down in there when you're not using it. Now you can only use one ball, because if you're using 2 yarns and you're pulling that one, then that one's going to get totally messed up. So yep, I'm doing a proper product test here for this. So what we'll do is we'll take the grey off. I'll just pop that aside. So for 1 ball of yarn, most people use 1 ball. So I'm doing my crochet. Do you know what? I'm going to get a crochet hook. We're really going to put this to the test. I'm getting a crochet hook. So we're going to do a nice big chain, and let's see how this just naturally works. Magnetic crochet hook. Now we've had a good spin of it, and this is it just dangling there when you would just normally be working. I suppose if it's down on the floor, I'll hold it higher. I'm going to hold it up, pretend that it's on the floor, and I'm going to be pretend that that's down on the floor, and we'll see what it does. I'm going to take some yarn out of it a little bit quicker. So if you're doing your crochet and you're crocheting, it does stop it. It does stop. And you're doing your crochet. And you're doing your crochet. I wish I could crochet that quick. I'll give it little tugs like it would be if you were doing any crochet. And then I give it a pull every now for me when I do mine. See what it does. It does unwind, look at that. It does untangle itself. I mean, I'm deliberately just doing things to this to make it... Ha! Look! It just went right under there. That is cool. That is... Oh, we've got a vital wind. Let's see what it does now. It's did that to itself. Is it going to turn back? I'm not pulling at it because there's my hand there. It'll just unwind itself. Right, so I'm doing my crochet again. And there you go. I like that. I didn't at first, but actually I do. Once you've got it built and you understand what it's about, a magnetic yarn holder. I actually like that. And then all you do is when you're not using it, just push it back down. You can even just keep your yarn on there, and if you do have any, like I've just done, you can wind it back on. You could wind it back on. The thing that you can do with this, I think, you could put two on, the same, and when you've finished one, then you can go work on your other one. So that's it with a cone, and all that stays together quite well. Where's my ball again? Let's put a ball on and put this ball through its paces. So you don't need to be too particular, I don't think, about putting it in the middle. There we go. So you go pop it up there. Oops. There we go. So it's on the magnet. Pop it on. Oh, that's just my little bit. Let's see what it does on its own. I'm not touching it. What's it going to do? That's really cool. If you just leave it to its own devices, it does actually stop spinning. So let me get my crochet hook. And we will crochet. Now I need to lift it up because you can either have it if you're working at a table, or you can, mostly for me, I would have that sitting on the floor. So I'm going to lift my hands up again. Now I don't think my camera would see it if I did put this down on the floor. So I'm doing my crochet. You can see I'm doing my crochet. And let's pretend that's down on the floor. I like this. I like this. And I'm not getting paid to do this, by the way. I just thought I would get myself a spindle, because I was fed up with this type of yarn rolling around on the floor. These ones can just sit on the floor and you can feed them from the middle. But you can also put it onto that as well. But for this type of yarn, this is quite cool. So if you're doing crochet and you're doing crochet quite quick, got my stitch stuck there. Should I use a bigger hook? There we go. Now we're just doing sort of, if you were doing crochet and that was down on the floor. Let me get all of that back off. Let's see if it's going to do it itself. Oh, the end just slides underneath there. That's cool. And even if it does get tangled up in there and you just start crocheting again, it will come out. Look at that. The little things please little minds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwind this again. It's alright, I've got a wool winder, I can wind it all back up. Or you could actually just still hang your yarn on there, and if you needed to wind something up, look at this, you could actually use that to wind up your ball of what yarn. So that's it off the ball again. So let's see how it works with that. I quite like this. I think I'll need to send these people an email and say, I got one of these. I wonder if they sell other things. I'll need to go on their website and have a look, because I did just get that from Amazon, and it's called the Wool Genie. Spindle up. It's like a You're going to have everyone getting one of these, and you're all going to be sitting there playing with it, and then have this big bundle of wool that you're going to have to wind back up again. I like this. I do like this. This is quite a strong, if you feel the way that's... What happened there? Ah, do you know what? Look, the magnet drops down. See, look. When it hits this one under here, if you can see where the magnet is, it's down inside. But watch this. I'm going to turn that. Oh. I think you need to do something with this if you, the people that made this, are watching. This is a little bit... I don't know, I'll need to ask them what that bit's for. Now watch the magnet. The magnet's down in there. Look at that. It pulls it up. Can you see that? We'll put that there so you can see. Watch. So the magnet's down inside there, so it's not going to come out. So don't be thinking that if you've got children that that's going to come out of there. I don't think it will. It won't. Look. That is quite a good magnet. Whoa. Oh, I like that. I like it. Strange at first. Once you've got it built, little fiddly to get built. Once you've got it built, you follow the instructions to get it built. The only thing is, I don't know about that. I mean, it can be in park and just have that down there. I think it's to stop it from falling over. But that would be a little bit better if it was stuck there, I think. I don't know why it's loose. Maybe the people who made this might watch my video and might tell me why it's loose. There we go. Oh, we've got a little jam. No, we've not. Look at that. It just came out. That is cool. So anyway, this is my little review on of a wood. I mean, these are good on its own, but these were both the same price. They were both the same price. I've not had any hiccups with that at all, other than putting it together. But we got there in the end with that. But with this, let's be really fair. I know that a lot of people, that's it in park mode. I know that a lot of people have been using these for generations. But maybe it's just the one that I've got. I'm not sure. I'm going to put it up through the middle. I'm going to be really fair with these. Oh, that's a bit squidgy, didn't it? So it's not done very well with my ball of yarn, that one. You can get them different sizes, I think. So let's see. Oh, it's going to drag it right off the table. Oh, I'm just putting my finger there. I'm not holding it. I'm just trying to stop it from. If that was on the floor, I'm sorry, but that would be. Let's pretend that we're up here. I'll put my yarn up here over my. So we're sitting. Oh no no no! I'm on the sofa and it's, look. What's it caught on? Now this is not very good. No wonder people send them to me. It's not very good actually. If that was down on the floor, this one that I've got anyway, because it's really yanking that ball of wool from under there, then it's, I think I would be very frustrated with that after a little while. I'm going to send that back to Amazon, because and you can send things back to Amazon, no problem at all. And what I also found out, that if you buy anything for Amazon and you're going to return it, if you're an Amazon Prime member, if you're going to return it, there is an option, if you're in the UK, that they'll come to your door and pick your parcel up. You don't need to take it to the post office anymore. There is a little option that you can click on. There's other options. You click on it and you can actually have these items, anything that you've bought and you don't want it, you don't like it, or it doesn't meet expectations, you can actually have them come and pick it up from your door. You don't need to take it. That's what I do. I just go on it. There's a company called Hermes, and I click on for that one. They come and pick it up. I print the label off at home. So you do need to have a printer. So you print the label off at home and stick it to your parcel. And if you don't have a printer at home, then you take it to the post office and they print it off. So it's not so bad. But the review's not about Amazon delivery anyway. But at least you can try these things, and if you don't like them, you can send them back. I don't like that. It's $11.99. I like that one. I'm going to keep that one, but I'm sending this one back, and I think I'll buy something else with my $11.99 once I get it refunded. Doesn't take very long either. So I really do like this one. I like it. I like it. I'm going to keep this because I like it, and it just swings like that, and it's a lovely little toy as well. I actually think I would use it as well though, because I sit watching the TV. I crochet a lot and I sit watching the TV quite a lot, and it's great for this type of ball of yarn. Even for the yarn cakes, it's good for those. I like the way when it spins that your yarn just comes back out from underneath there, and once you've gotten used to it, I think yous would like it. I really do think yous would like this. It is quite big as well. It's quite tall, and unlike this little spindle one, it does take a bigger ball of yarn. I know that you can get these with bigger, longer spindles on them, but if you're just on Amazon looking for these, you can't, unless you've got a measuring tape to measure that, the height of that spindle. So look at this one. Let's take that one off of there and take that one out. And look at the difference in the height and the spindle for that. And it's the same price. This wooden one was the same price. And I was going to say they've chopped down a tree to make that, but then this is plastic. But this is going to last a long, long time. A long, long time. Look at that. I love it. I do like it. But anyway, this is my review on a magnetic yarn holder that I have never seen before. They have been around for quite a few years, but this is the first time that I've ever seen them. I like this. If I had a cat, I think it would think it's a toy. But I like it. Anyway, thank you. If you're looking for one of these, just Google it. Go on to Google and Google magnetic yarn holders, or wool holder if you're in the UK. And I don't know why I've got that little orange dot. Oh, that stops the magnet, that little orange dot. There's a piece in there that stops the magnet from falling right through there. That's cool. Look at, I like it. I like that noise. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching my little review on a magnetic rule holder. Please subscribe to the channel. Click on that subscribe button, and if you click on the bell icon, then YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I've got another couple of reviews coming up as well with some other items that I've got to help with my crochet. So look out for those as well. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.